talk about the stories that we make up in our head. And I want to ask you something very, very simple. How much energy do you spend every day on problems that don't actually exist? Let me give you some context around this. Here's what I mean. You text someone, simple question. Hey, are we still on for tomorrow? Right? Simple question, simple task. And you wait. An hour goes by, nothing. 2 hours, still nothing. Now your brain starts to go to work, right? You start thinking like, did I say something wrong? Have they seemed a little off lately? You know what? I think I know what this is all about. By dinner, you've had a falling out with someone who has no idea any of this is actually happening. You become distant. You're replaying old conversations. You're already adjusting really the relationship based on a response that never came to you. And here's where it really goes sideways. Some of us, and I'll raise my hand here, we don't just sit with the story. We actually act on it. We fire off another text based on the assumption that our brain is making. Maybe it's a little cold. Maybe it's a little passive in how we respond. Hey, just checking in. Wanted to make sure everything is okay between us, right? And now you've introduced a conflict into a relationship where there wasn't any to begin with. You created the problem out of thin air and then handed it to the other person via text. And then the next morning they text you, sorry, my phone died. See you tomorrow. And just like that, the whole story disappears because it was never real to begin with. But here's what I need you to hear. This is very important. You felt every bit of it. The anxiety was real. The distance you created was real. The energy you burned was real. And if you sent that text, now they felt it too. You were in a conflict with somebody who didn't even know there was a conflict to be in until you made sure there was a conflict. That's the power of stories that we make up. Your brain doesn't know the difference between what actually happened and what you imagined. It responded to both the same exact way. And most of the stories we create, they're worst case scenarios. We go to the threat, we go to fear. Rarely do we assume the best, right? We don't. We just leave it there. So here's the practice, simple but not easy. Separate the fact from the story. The fact was I didn't get a response, right? Everything else, that was the story. One question changes everything. What do I actually know to be true right now? And when you learn to live in the facts instead of the stories, right, you stop spending energy on problems that don't exist. You stop creating conflict that wasn't there, right? And you free yourself up for what's actually real. Think about it. If you know somebody needs to hear this, please share with them. If you like what I do, follow me. Make it a great day. Be awesome. Help somebody.